I love karate. I love the skills, the philosophy, the atmosphere, the people, the environment around this beautiful martial art. However, any culture has its positive and negative sides. So today's video is going to be about the problems of the karate culture in Japan from my own perspective. Karate in Japan is not so perfect. Hi guys, I'm Yusuke, a karate coach in Japan, and thank you so much for checking out today's video. So when you talk about any culture in general, you have to understand that your opinions are relative and not absolute. You're only able to evaluate the culture by reflecting and comparing with your own standards. So before I give you my opinion on the problems of this Japanese karate culture, let me first introduce a little bit about myself. So as for myself, I was born and raised in Japan until 9 years old. I was born in the prefecture called Kanagawa, which is right underneath Tokyo. My parents are both Japanese. They were born and raised in Japan, never went abroad, but they're on the liberal side of the Japanese society, I believe. And yeah, so my foundation of all my core ethics and morals are based around what it is in Japan. From there, I moved to the United States, to the state of New Jersey when I was around 9 or 10, I forgot. I was 3rd grade. And the state or the town I lived in, there were a lot of people from all over the world. There were immigrants, people from the States, white, black, Asians, Latinos. So I was able to immerse myself in this international community. And through my 5-6 years living there, my understanding of the American culture or the Western culture is that they actually look at you as an individual, meaning they try not to judge you by the race, gender, social status, and etc. Some might claim that people are becoming too sensitive about these issues, but I still believe that looking at the person as themselves are very important. So after spending my teenage years there, I came back to Japan, joined the local high school here, went to the college here, and here I am. So the number one problem that I think the karate culture in Japan has is the hierarchical relationship based on age. You see, all around the world, depending on the culture, hierarchy are based on other aspects such as maybe money or the place you live in and etc. But in Japan, age plays a pretty huge role. And when we talk about it in the context of karate, that's usually the kohai, the younger one, to the senpai, or the student to the sensei. There are always this absolute wall between those two sides. And I believe that some karate organizations and some teachers are taking this to the extreme. I understand that in order for society to function, everyone has to be respecting one another, or else you're not going to be respected, which leads to corruption and division. The way Japan was able to realize this kind of ideology was to make a title representing the status of the individual. So that would be the kohai, the title kohai, or the title senpai. So having these titles such as sensei to the student or the senpai to the kohai, it became easier for people to, form this respect kind of society. However, the downside of this is that people are now just taking the title itself and not thinking about the core concept of respect. Sadly, there is still this kind of culture where the kohai has to do anything that the senpai says, which I believe is just ridiculous. Unfortunately, 5 hours ago, I saw this on TV, but the very famous shotokan sensei, who's known all over the world, I'm not going to mention the name, but Mr. MK, has been accused of harassment by a very famous Japanese female national athlete, kumite athlete, AU. She says that she's been verbally harassed over the years and that she just couldn't take the stress anymore, so she accused of the sensei. I'm not going to go too into the details of this, but if you just Google it, it should come up in a few hours in English. But the point I want to mention is that when you see these things happening at the top level, you can imagine that things like this happen usually in schools as well. Personally, I've never encountered a situation where I was treated that way from a sensei or my senpai, but I've seen it happening in other schools, other universities, and hearing this kind of news makes me very sad. So what is it like in your country? Do these problems regarding hierarchy happen in your country? Please let me know in the comment section below. And the reason I love this channel is because you guys are not like that. Everybody is fair here. When I read the comment section, everybody's engaging, and we're able to have like a flat, very fair conversation. So thank you guys so much for staying that way. I love you guys all, and yeah, I'm very happy to be on this channel. So if you like the video, please like it and subscribe to my video from right here, and more culture-related, Japanese-related videos and karate tutorials coming here. And if you'd like me to teach you karate and, you know, go on this martial art journey together, then please join me right here on my online lessons. I'll see you guys in the next video.